Okay, so for applied economics, for the applied economics, chapter 4, socio-economic impact study. And then lesson 40 na tayo. Socio-economic factors affecting business in industry. So last two chapters na tayo. So after this chapter, after this lesson, isang lesson na lang. So last meeting or last discussion na natin next week. And then after nun, focus na kayo sa mga long pieces nyo. Okay, so for the overview of this lesson, so ayan, to be successful, companies cannot be indifferent to the society in which they operate. Peaceful conditions, legal certainty, and good human relations within the company are key elements of business success. They create the stability and confidence that encourage investment, improve productivity, and foster customer loyalty. Okay, so yun. Hindi lang nakasalala yung success ng isang company sa mga products and then sa mga top management as well as yung camaraderie, yung pagsasama, yan, and yung harmony na meron sa loob ng company, yung nagmamatter. Isa sa mga nagmamatter para maging successful yung business. Okay, for the specific objectives, we should be able to identify the various socioeconomic factors affecting business and industry. Next is we should be able to explain the socioeconomic factors that affects business in industry. Discuss business viability and its effect to the community. So when we say socioeconomics, these are the characteristics that define the quality of life in a society. So they influence the behaviors, the attitude, the trends, the taste, and lifestyles of the individuals. So in fact, there are different class segments of the society. So we have the upper class, the middle class, and the lower class. So yung socioeconomic factors, yung reason bakit may mga ganun, no? Yan. So, we have the income, the education, and then the occupation. So, for the income, it is the amount of money individuals earn from their daily economic activities, be it employment, investment, or business. So, the availability of disposal income influences spending habits. So yun, according sa studies na ginawa ng BSP, ang culture daw ng mga Filipino, kung gaano daw kalaki yung na-earn nilang income, ganun din kalaki yung spending nila. Okay, so parang income is equal to expenses or spending yung mga Pilipino. For the Japanese naman, ayun, according din sa studies, syempre malaki yung sweldo doon. So, ang nangyayari sa kanila, halos 50% lang ng sweldo nila yung nagagastos nila. And sobrang, mahilig mag-ipon yung mga Japanese. So, yun, marami silang pera sa bangko. Kaya ang nangyayari, hindi masyadong nag-circulate yung pera sa kanila. Unlike sa Pilipinas, mabilis ang circulation ng pera kasi nga income is equal to spending. Unlike sa mga Japanese, though malaki kasi yung sweldo doon, ayun. So hindi ganun kabilis din mag-circulate yung pera kasi nakatago yung pera sa loob ng bangko. Parang medyo natutulog siya, no? Unless kung may mag-loan or gamitin siya ng bank. And so for education, education equips members of the society with the skills and knowledge they require to be employed in different jobs and professions. Yan. So, ito yung nag-equip, no? Yan, sa mga members ng society na dapat na matutunan nila yung mga skills and knowledge na kailangan sa isang company. And so the standard of education in your society depend on the availability and accessibility of educational amenities. So yun, ayun, since yung karamihan or yung mangilan-ngilan sa atin, hindi naman kayang maka-afford ng education since kinder or elementary. So, yung government natin, nagbigay sila ng libreng edukasyon para sa mga unfortunate or yung mga ibang hindi maka-afford ng studies. Ayun, so para maging equipped yung mga society natin or yung mga tao sa bansa, kaya nag-require or nagbigay sila ng libreng education para ma-equip or makuha nila or matutunan nila yung skills and knowledge na kailangan para maging empleyado ng isang company. And so, a society that has a well-educated population flourishes because individuals are employable in well-paying jobs. Ayan. So, I think naman, equipped naman yung mga Pilipino. Yun nga lang, syempre, hindi talaga high-paying job yung napoprovide ng mga employers ng Pilipinas, no? So, compared sa ibang bansa na high-paying job talaga sila. And the next one is the occupation. So occupation refers to the type of jobs people perform by virtue of their skills, experiences, or choices. So you may be self-employed, kung kaya naman, di ba? Or work as an employee of an individual or organizational entity. So the different types of occupation dictate the income earned by people in the society. So for example, yung mga high salaried individuals are normally associated with skilled occupation such as doctors, engineers, lawyers, and accountants. Yan. So yun nga, medyo scam to, no? I think yung doctors and lawyers lang talaga yung kumikita ng malaki. Yan. So yun, yung sure na na kumikita kasi may mga professional fees yun. Yun. And then kung medyo pinagpala ka naman, mayaman naman ng family mo, so pwede kang maging self-employed, meaning pwede kang magtayo ng sarili mong business kasi meron kayong capital eh. Meron kang pang-capital. Kung wala ka namang skills and experiences para maging equipped for the employment, yun, kung meron ka namang capital, pwede ka namang mag-start ng business and you can call yourself as self-employed. Yan. So for the unskilled occupation, such as yung mga menial labor, do not pay much. Ayun. So I think there's no such as unskilled occupation. Ayun. I think wala naman. Kasi kahit yung mga karpintero, mga skilled pa din naman yan eh. Yun. Kasi sa ibang bansa, kahit madumi yung ginagawa mo, like yung pagiging karpintero, yung mga pagiging magsasaka, mataas naman yung sweldo sa ibang bansa. Ayun, iba yung senaryo dito sa Pilipinas. Yan, pag medyo madumi yung ginagawa, mas mababa yung bigayan ng sweldo. Pero sa ibang bansa, as long as skilled ka, ayan, yung work mo naman ay pang skilled, mataas naman yung binibigay. Kahit, lalo na pag mga magsasaka yan, mataas yung sweldo ng mga magsasaka sa ibang bansa. For example, sa Australia, yung mga farmers na yan, parang sila yung mas kinoconsider na mayayaman compared sa mga back office na employees. Pero yun, iba kasi yung senaryo dito sa Pilipinas. It's because yung government natin, di ba? Hindi nila, parang hindi ganun ka-suportado sa mga ganong job. So we have also the other factors affecting business and industry. So aside from different factors mentioned above, like yung mga income, education, and occupation, we have other factors. So for example, itong economic conditions. Yan. So when we say economic conditions, ito yung before creating business plan or when evaluating existing ones, it is important to scan the external environment. Yan. So for example, is the environment conducive to business you are going to establish, or are there some problems to be encountered in the future? Yan. So bago tayo mag-start ng business plan natin or mag-start ng business natin, mag-i-scan muna tayo ng mga external environment. Ano na ba yung nangyayari outside the business, outside the organization? Next is the social environment. These forces are in a state of change. Yan, social factors relate to pattern of behavior, taste, and lifestyle. So ito yung parang mga nagte-trend. Ayan, nag-iiba-iba yung mga preferences ng mga consumers natin or yung customer natin. So the major component of this is a change in consumer behavior resulting from changes in fashions and style. So from time to time, siguro every year, every quarter nga, nagbabago yung mga trends sa fashion, di ba? Nagbabago yung mga gusto ng mga tao. Pero normally, yung mga millennials or yung mga generation Y or Z, yung nagsaset ng ng trends. Yan, lalo na yung mga kabataan, sila yung nagsaset ng kung ano ba yung trending na fashion. While yung pag medyo mga may edad na, yan, kahit ano na lang naman yung suotin yan, okay lang, hindi naman na nagmamatter. So yung mga trending sa fashion, yan, ang nagsaset niyan yung mga Generation Z or yung mga millennials. Next is the government. Government is updating laws in a wide range of areas such as the consumer protection legislation, yung mga environmental legislation, healthy and safety and employment law, and etc. So, yan yung mga dagdag na business permits, pagbabago-bago ng mga tax table, ayan yung pagbabago-bago ng mga requirements, and then yung mga rules and regulations, which is dapat yung business updated din. Okay, so yon. From time to time, actually every year may mga bagong policies, laws na dapat updated yung mga businesses and organization. Next is the economic change or the economic changes. So this is closely related to social ones. So the economy goes through a series of fluctuation associated with general booms and slumps in economic activity. So, yan. So in a boom, nearly all business benefit, and in a slump naman, yan, slump. Pag boom, pag sabi natin pag boom cycle na or nasa boom na, ibig sabihin lumalago na yung mga businesses, yan. And then pag slump naman, nagkakaroon ng mga decline sa growth ng isang business or sa decline sa sales, ganyan. So ito naman depende sa nangyayari sa kapaligiran natin. So for example, ngayong pandemic, since nagkaroon ng pandemic, nagkaroon ng slump or decline sa growth ng business or decline sa sales. Yan. Next is the political change. So these relate to changes in the government influence. In recent years, these changes have been particularly significant because as members of the Philippine government, yan, as we have to adopt directives and regulations created by the Philippine government, which then become part of the laws. Yan. So, for example, syempre pag nagbabago yung mga nakaupo, yan, pag may mga bagong halal na mga politicians, merong mga batas na, may mga bagong batas na pinapublish or sinasubmit yung mga politicians natin. So for example, yun ngayon sa pagkaupo ni President Duterte, nagkaroon ng panibagong tax table. Ayan, so malaking pagbabago sa pagko-compute ng tax para sa mga business natin. Yan, so yung mga other deductions na wala. Ayan. And then that is why medyo tumaas yung mga presyo ng mga bilihin kasi tumaas yung tax para sa mga sugars or yung mga other commodities. Ganun. So, yun. May effect din siya sa business. Next is the changes in technology. Yan. So, changes in technology have also become particularly significant in the post-millennium world. So this is particularly true in terms of modern communication technologies. The creation of database and electronic communication have enabled vast quantities of information to be shared and quickly distributed in a modern company. Yan. So, yun, dapat maka-adopt yung mga business sa changes in technology. Hindi pwedeng hindi. Or else, mahuhuli sila sa trend or babagal yung mga production nila, ganyan. So, dapat maging techy din sila. So, for example, kung halos lahat ng business pumasok na sa e-commerce, so aside from physical store, meron pa silang e-commerce or yung mga online store. Yan. So, para mas makapagbenta sila, di ba? And last, yung environmental factors. The location of countries influence on the trade that business do. Adding to that, many climatic changes alter the trade of industries in the way consumers react towards a certain offering that is launched in the market. Yan. So for example, yung mga geographical location, yung climate, yung weather, yan. And other factors pa. Yan. So, syempre, pag mga nagbabago ang klima, may epekto sa mga farmers, for example. Ayan. Yung mga pananim nila maaaring masira. Kung wala namang ulan, matutuyo din naman yung mga pananim nila. So, yun. Isa rin yung mga environmental factors. So next is the business viability and its effect to the community. When we say viability, ability to survive. So in business, it is linked to the financial performance or position. So ito yung mga financial statements, no? So pwede natin i-check yung viability ng isang business through scanning their financial statements, such as yung mga performance and position. So a viable business has great effects to the community. Yes. For example, it provides a community jobs in the business sector. So pag lumalago naman yung business, pag nag-i-improve, lumalaki, nag-expand, nagkakaroon ng mga other branches, syempre nagkakaroon ng mga jobs, no? Yan. Pwede silang mag-hire ng mga panibagong employees sa mga bago nilang branches. Yan. And aside from that, it produces taxable income for the community from both business establishment and the workers. So, syempre, pag nag-expand ang business, lumalaki yung contributions nila sa government or sa community. And then, syempre, pag lumalaki ang business, may mga employees. Itong mga employees na to, nagko-contribute din sila ng tax. Okay? And another one is the government continuously makes improvement in community infrastructure such as bridges, roads, sewers, sewers, water, and electric to entice other business to invest in the community. So, syempre, pag maraming tax na nakukuha ang government from the businesses and the workers, mga employers natin or yung employees natin, nakakapag-contribute sila ng tax. Itong tax na to, ginagamit ng government para makagawa ng mga bridges, mga infrastructure natin, no? Sana ganun, no? Yan, nakakagawa sila ng mga infrastructure or other projects na pwedeng makinabang ang community. Another is it contributes more opportunities for people in terms of services such as improved health, peace and order, social welfare. So, syempre, pag nakagawa ang government ng mga infrastructure, especially for the health, then nakapagpatayo sila ng libreng hospital, ayan, and then, budget para sa safety ng community natin. For example, sa mga police, ayan, yung mga police natin or mga soldiers natin for the peace and order. And then social welfare, yan, yung mga, for example, yung mga ayuda, ayan. And then, yung mga companies din natin, nagkakonduct din sila ng mga, for the social welfare, for example, mga donations, ganyan. So, giving back to the community. Yun, yung role din ng mga employers or the company. Aside from that, it helps the establishment of better schools, more businesses, and even more jobs for its citizens. So yun, syempre, nagtatayo yung government ng mga schools, libreng school. So maraming maraming kabataan yung nagkakaroon ng opportunity para magkaroon ng magandang work someday kasi nakapag-aral sila sa libreng school. So ibig sabihin nun, no, pag meron tayong better school, yan, equipped yung mga members ng society natin. So pag nag-expand yung business, pwede silang mag-expand kasi makakapag-hire sila ng mga equipped and merong mga skills and knowledge na members ng society. Yan. So, that is why makakapagkaroon pa ng more jobs pa para sa citizen. Kasi pag nagkaroon ng expansion yung business, makakapag-hire sila ng mga equipped na mga employees, and then pag nag-perform ng maayos, dahil equipped yung mga employees, mag-expand pa ulit yung business, and then yun, more jobs for the community. It leads to improve business services to the community. So yun, syempre, habang nag-improve yung business, syempre gumaganda din yung servisyo nila, no, or yung service nila. So habang equipped din yung mga employees natin, meaning nakapag-aral sila, na-equip sila sa school, and then na-train sila, naibigay sa kanila yung skills and knowledge na kailangan. So yung service nila sa community, maganda, may improvement or maayos. Okay? And then, ang pinaka-total nitong lahat-lahat ng improvement is it improves the community life. Yan, may magandang harmony sa bansa or sa community natin. Okay, so here are the recommendations in maximizing positive impact to the community. So dapat pag may positive na impact sa community, i-maximize natin. Okay, so first is to divert a proportion of revenues to good and worthy causes for community development and outreach programs. So yun, syempre diba meron tayong social responsibility or good governance. Yan, yung mga companies dapat may ganun. Yung tinatawag nating CSR or the corporate social responsibility. Yan. So giving back to the community. So dapat yung portion ng revenues nila napupunta sa donations or meron silang mga scholars, yan, or sumasali sila sa pagtatanim ng puno, yan. So yon, dapat giving back to the community. Find creative ways to improve the life of the firms of employees and the community. So, syempre, hindi lang naman dapat tayo nakafocus sa improvement ng mga products natin or service natin. Syempre, as the business or the employer, dapat sine-check din natin kung napoprovide ba natin yung magandang buhay sa employees natin. So, we have the work-life balance. So, syempre, di ba, magandang company kayo, hindi na dapat nag-OT yung mga employees natin. Kasi we can employ more people or we can hire more people. So, dapat hindi na nag-OT or nag-overtime yung mga employees natin. Kasi, maganda na yung business natin eh. Makakapag-hire pa tayo ng maraming tao. So, hindi na nila kailangan mag-overtime. And for the community, syempre nag-i-improve din yung service natin. So, nai-improve din natin yung life ng community. Okay, so for example, kung kailangan nila ng mga commodities or for example sa mga San Miguel, kailangan nila ng ganitong mga products. Ayan. So, napoprovide natin, no? Nai-improve natin yung life through that. And another one is establishment of linkage between business and the community to thresh out some problems regarding social and environmental issues and consultation. Yeah, so this is between the business and the community. So dapat may magandang relationship between the business and the community. Yeah, so for example, as business, dapat ipamalita mo yung magandang treatment sa environment, yan, sa community. For example, ini-encourage, as a business, ini-encourage natin ng community na maging mapagpahalaga sa environment. So for example, yung business, magiging straw-less na sila, hindi na sila nagagamit ng plastic. Yan. And then, pwede din naman sila maging paperless. For example, pwede namang through online lahat ng transactions. So, hindi na natin kailangan maglabas pa ng mga resibo or mga other pang kailangan gumamit ng papers. Yun. So, pwede yun, ganun. Establishment for scholarship grants to poor but deserving students in the community. So yun, isa rin sa mga CSR or corporate social responsibility ng mga business is to have scholars. Yun. So pag ano ka naman, masipag ka naman mag-aral and then you have the skills and knowledge and the eagerness para mag-aral ng mabuti, so pwede ka nilang maging scholar. So marami namang mga companies na nagpo-provide ng scholarship para sa mga poor. Help build customer attraction, satisfaction, and loyalty at a time when consumers or customer are increasingly exercising the right to choose. And reduce risk of negative publicly boycotts, tarnish public image. Yan, dapat ma-reduce natin yung mga boycotts. Yan. Kasi kaya lang naman ito nangyayari kasi hindi maganda yung service nyo, di ba? So, kung maganda naman yung business nyo, syempre ma-avoid natin yung ganitong risk. Last is to improve product image, brand name, and reputation. So, pag yun, may maganda kang CSR or yung corporate social responsibility, for sure gaganda yung image nyo. And then, marami pang magpapatronize ng product nyo or service nyo. Yan. So, we also have negative impacts. So, dapat ito ma-minimize natin. So, ano yung mga dapat natin gawin? First thing first, get your act together. The first and the most important step as your business engage in damage control associated with the negative impact is to identify the problem and correct it at an operational and or product development level. So ito naman nangyayari to sa mga pag may mga issue ka sa mga products or service, yan, instead na ipagsawalang bahala nyo siya or bayaran na lang natin yung customer para matapos na tong lahat. Dapat una natin gawin is isipin or alamin kung ano ba yung naging problem. And then we should correct it. And as soon as possible, dapat makorek natin siya. Pwede natin i-improve yung service, i-train natin yung mga employees natin again and again para lang di maulit yung palpak na serbisyo. Or pwede natin i-improve yung products natin. Okay. Yan. Follow up, speak up, and engage. The second step necessary to mitigate the damage caused by negative online review consists of engaging the aggrieved customer with a timely, relevant, and contextual response that seeks to provide the individual with both an explanation and resolution. So ito naman nangyayari dito sa mga online sellers. Yan, pag may mga negative reviews, dapat masagot natin yun as soon as possible. Pero dapat kalmado, and then na contextualize na natin yung yung sasabihin natin. Yan. Dapat with explanation din, and then syempre yung apologies natin, and then yung resolution, ano ba yung dapat gawin? Or ano yung pwede nating magawa para dun sa mga serbisyong hindi maganda na i-provide ng mga employees natin dun sa mga customers natin. Let time run its course. The third step is to rely on the rule of recency and encourage new customers who have experienced outstanding service and received superior products to provide their feedback. So yun, kung meron tayong mga na-encounter na negative reviews, so let's be positive. I-look forward natin yung mga bagong customer na naka-experience naman ng magandang service. Yan. So for this lesson, yun, that's it. So do you have questions regarding lesson 14, the impacts in the business and in the industry? So I think wala naman. So tomorrow, magkita-kita tayo ulit. So sa umaga naman TVL, so HE and ICT. So if you want to join, kasi naman siya, final consultation. So if you want to gain some ideas and kung paano nila ginawa yung PowerPoints nila, and then kung ano yung mga ideas nila with the marketing or promotion, so you can check naman bukas. So ICT and HE. And then sa hapon, yun yung mga ACADS naman natin for the UMS, GAS, and the ABM. Ayun, final consultation na tayo bukas. After that, wala nang consultation. So bali mag-meet na lang tayo next Saturday. Okay, meron pa bang questions? Okay, so I think wala naman na. So we can dismiss. And I can dismiss na yung klase. So thank you everyone. Bukas wag kayong mawawala. Bye guys.